So in the alcohol functional group, we're going to use what is called the Lucas test to determine whether we have a primary alcohol, a secondary alcohol, or a tertiary alcohol. So in each of the test tubes here, in this first test tube, I have a primary alcohol, which is in the name of N-butyl alcohol. The second test tube, I have a secondary alcohol, which is known as sec-butanol, and my tertiary alcohol is tert-butyl alcohol, and my unknown is unknown A. Now for the primary alcohol, just with the Lucas reagent and watch what happens. For the primary alcohol, it takes so long to react with the Lucas reagent that we say there is no reaction. So this is what we're supposed to see for primary, secondary, and tertiary. You're supposed to see some cloudiness, and the rate at which the cloudiness disappears is what determines whether you have a primary, secondary, or tertiary alcohol. So I just put in the sec-butanol. This is secondary butanol, is secondary alcohol. Now with Lucas reagent, you're supposed to see some cloudiness. It's there, it's just not very clear. Not even, yeah. You see like the bubbles, like the cloudiness. Yes, it's there. So this is the reaction of your secondary alcohol with your Lucas reagent, and then it goes away over time. You can see the dissipating at the bottom, and it's going away with time. So this is the reaction of the secondary alcohol. So this is the tertiary alcohol. That's tert-butyl alcohol with the Lucas reagents. You're supposed to see cloudiness that is very quick and disappears almost immediately. So we have an unknown A, which of course is an alcohol. But we want to determine whether our unknown is a primary alcohol, a secondary alcohol, or a tertiary alcohol. So I'm going to put some amount of our unknown A in the test tube. So this is just unknown A. Now the next thing is I'm going to add the Lucas reagent to help us determine whether we have a primary, secondary, or tertiary alcohol. Watch the test tube as I add the Lucas reagent. Watch the cloudiness. Watch the rate at which the cloudiness dissipates. Remember, you are using time. How long does it take for the cloudiness to disappear to determine whether you have a primary, secondary, or a tertiary alcohol? You can see the dissipation of the cloudiness at the bottom. You can see the cloudiness disappearing on top. Make sure to note all of these observations and use it to identify whether you have a primary, secondary, or a tertiary alcohol.